What's your biggest worry in life? Let me guess. You don't want to fail. Of course, no one wants to fail. I don't want to fail as well. But you can't stop this. It's part of life. Um, Earlier this week, I dropped a short video on consistency. And of course, a friend, he always repost my videos as a reshare. And he was like, guy, you know, I watched your video on consistency. God, I can relate to this. You know, business, this is how I started. No, one or two chats, you're like, okay. Wow, nice. I said, okay. And the thing there is this. It's not just about being consistent or consistent in whatever you're doing. There are other things that comes with it. Are you aware? You can be consistent in your ways, in your tasks, your business, life, and you still experience failure. I know when I dropped that video on consistency, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's true, consistent. I have to be consistent in my business. I have to be consistent. I have to be consistent." Of course, you can be consistent in whatever you're doing, and you still experience failure. Being consistent doesn't guarantee you success. Nah, it doesn't. But you have to be consistent first, then every other thing will follow. The other things that are associated or aids or help consistency to achieve a success or a goal. I'm just going to give you a few. Have you heard about mindset? Have you also heard about vision? I know you've not taken close look of this. Mindset, of course, you knowing that, oh, if I am doing this or I'm being consistent in this particular thing, I may fail. Why doing it at the initial point or starting point? That's a good mindset. Because some persons go into business, they go into life, relationship, marriage, education, what have you, career, and they feel, oh, as I start out, billions will come out. As I start, it will all be rosy. That's a very wrong mindset. They never like keep or create room for failure. Because anything you're doing, you should also have in mind that, oh, there's always a disadvantage. What if it goes south? A lot of persons don't create room for that. Of course, it's very good to be positive, but life will teach you this. Whatever you're doing, you should also create room for negativity because it's always there. I've ventured in so many businesses, of course. I failed. I've failed in businesses, money gone, like, but I never stopped. I kept on trying and I'm still pushing. I don't stop there. And I'll be like, oh, I start counting on my losses now. Why? Because I know it's part of life. So you need to have the right mindset. Because if you say you're consistent in this particular thing with the wrong mindset, then you go nowhere. You need to have the right mindset. Create room for failure. And when you fail, it's part of success. You smile, you jog over it like, oh, you know, take it as fun. You move again, you try. The issue is not failing, the issue is you getting up and trying again. In your trade, if you're using a particular strategy, it's not working for you. You change it. You try again to different approach. It's as simple as that. Now vision. Oh, lot of persons don't have vision. they copy. Mr. A is doing this, you join. They push you here, you go there. This thing is bringing money. Oh, they are there. This thing is making wave. They pack up the one they are doing, they move to that aspect. Oh, this is where it's happening. They are running there. These churches, this business. No, you need to have a vision. A man that doesn't have a vision is just like a baby driving a big trailer. Every man needs a vision. Sit down. What can you see? What are you aiming at? The next 5 years, 2 years, what are your targets? What's the plan? Because if you tell me you're consistent, of course, it's a good one, but you need to have a vision. It will help you. Now, having a vision will give you that thick skin, right? Because you may start a business, you may start something. You can even be in a marriage and first year, two, second, four, five, 6, 7, 8 years, no child is forthcoming. What will you do? Will you abandon the ship? Nah. But you have a vision, right? When challenges come in your business, in your marriage, career, business, what do you do? Because you stick to your vision, you have a path you're targeting, a path you're going. Of course, you're going to develop a thick skin towards any challenges that come. That's someone having a vision. Your eyes is just there. Whatever comes your way, you're not looking at them. Your eyes stationed on the vision. This is what I must achieve. I must actualize. Of course, all this helps or facilitate or guide consistency. So when next you think about consistency, think about your mindset and your vision.